Hi guys, USA Fox here. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. Hello, ma'am. It's
Hi.
very nice to see you again.
You
You're speaking
too.
with USA Fox. Welcome to the channel. I'm here to give a voice to the voiceless. I'm sorry, I remember the face, but I forgot the name.
It's Teala.
Teala? Oh
Yep.
yeah, I remember I remember our interview. How you doing, Teala?
All right. How about you?
I'm doing great. For the people who hasn't seen your last interview, can you give them like an update, like how old you are, where you
Yep.
from?
My birthday's August 19th. I'll be 42.
Okay, right
So,
around the corner.
and I'm originally from Williamsport area in Pennsylvania. It's where the
Okay.
Little League World Series is. A lot of people recognize it by that. Um, and I got 3 daughters. I was homeless, but then I got into Beacon House over here, the shelter, and now I live at Fairmount in Broad.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
progress.
yeah.
Are you still dealing with addiction?
Yeah, I am. I'm on Suboxone, but it's really hard to get it started because it makes you really sick. Even though they say just take more and it should help, but it doesn't. So I'm probably going to go to 8th and Girard and get put on methadone again. I was on that for 15 years. So thinking that'll be better because I did good with that.
You were on methadone for 15 years?
Yeah.
Okay. And you saying if you was to get put back on it,
Yeah.
you feel like you'll be able to beat this?
Yeah, I think it'll help a lot because subs out here, instead of going to a regular doctor where I'm from and they help you like get put on them and do it that way, they just write you a script and throw them to you and tell you this is how you do it. And we don't have, as addicts, we don't have the strength to do that. Everybody sells them, and so I think that methadone's the better thing to do.
Right. I think that's a better choice also. How's a regular day for you? Like, how does your day-to-day go?
I get up and I've been doing dates, which is terrible. I hate it because I'm applying for disability and you can't work while you're applying for disability. So
You say you apply for disability?
yes, I'm applying for disability, and like I said, you can't work while you're applying. When you get on it, you can work 20 hours a week, but not while you're applying for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I do what I gotta do to, get by. I don't boost. I don't boost or anything like that. I'm scared to death to do that because they're arresting people left and right for that. Um, the other thing's dating, which a lot of people know what that is.
What's it like dating out here?
It's crazy. A lot of men are really abusive, and I'm just really careful who I go with or whatever. If I feel like I'm not safe, I won't get in any car with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an embarrassing thing to even tell people that you do that. And a
Yeah.
lot of people look down on the girls for it, but
Mm-hmm.
that's the way they make their money. And if you got to do something, you got to do something. So it's better than stealing and robbing people. And some people, that's all they do is walk around, look for somebody, and then rob them and take their stuff. And
Yeah, that's big out here.
I've had 15 cell phones stolen from me.
You had
That's
15 what, I'm sorry?
cell phones.
Cell phones?
And they're the
Wow.
Obama ones. So it's like I have to wait so long to get another one.
Right.
So, but I
You said,
the train always loud. But I get up and I get around ready, and shower and everything, and go do a couple dates, make a couple $100, and then get my stuff I need for the day, and then pretty much I'm done. I might go shopping or something for actual like clothing or something like that, but the
how many
majority of
days?
the time we sit down here and just hang out and do whatever.
Sit down here and parlay. How many dates do you come by a day to get those couple $100?
It all depends. I've stood out here for 3 hours and had to wait that long to get a date. I try to do like 3 to 4 a day, but some guys pull up and they're like $5, and I'm like, no, bye. You know, you want to make at least $20 per person, but
That
they're cheap.
That happens often. Often.
What was that?
That happens often.
Yeah. If you go up here, it's Kensington and Sargent is the street. You can record it. There's a whole bunch of girls that'll just stand there on that block and wait to get picked up.
You said there's a street.
And then you'll see them up here at Kensington and Lehigh on the left-hand side, all the way up, and they'll stand there and wait for guys to pick them up.
How long do they have to wait? Not typically
long. Could be 10 minutes to 3 hours to, you know, whatever. It all depends. You'll see the same guy drive around like 80 times and not pick up a girl. I don't know what he's looking for, but he'll just drive around and drive around and drive around.
What are these men like?
I have to get this for you. There's a paper. A lot of the ones that I've gone with have been really nice. I've only had like 1 or 2 that was like really bad or, you know, hurt me or anything like that. But there's a paper out. Girls will go to Prevention Point and they'll tell them a report of, like, say, I got in the car, the person raped me, this is the license plate, this is the car, you know, color, this is what the person looked like. They'll describe everything that happened. And there's a list of people. There's a lot of guys on it. They had one guy that was going around stabbing girls in the car. They had where they found a whole bunch of girls dead in a warehouse. They had where they just choke you, just do things that and try to kill you and stuff like that.
There's a list filled with a bunch of guys that are predators.
Yep.
That are in this area victimizing women.
Yeah. If you go to Prevention Point, you can ask them for one. They'll give you one there.
How come the cops haven't captured these guys or done anything?
The cops are, since we got this new mayor, which is a whole other issue, the cops have been more worried about the blocks and catching people than they've been concerned about anything else. You can call. I called them because my Suboxone got stolen. I was trying to get a refill, and you have to put a police report in. I waited 5 hours, and they still didn't show up. And then someone said they showed up and left. And I was outside the whole time. I waited 5 hours. That's how concerned they are about things. They'll show up to a shooting. They'll show up. People are jumping in front of the train and killing themselves and stuff like that. They'll show up for stuff like that. But they won't show up if someone's getting their ass beat on the ground, you know, bleeding all over the place by 6 guys. They don't show up to that type of stuff. Or if you ask them for help or something, like say you're being chased or something like that, and you ask them for help and they'll laugh at you. You know what I mean? It's like a joke to them. But when it comes to them catching you buying drugs or something like that, it's a whole different story. But they just look at the homeless and the addicts like they're trash, garbage, you know? And not every person that's homeless is an addict. So it's going with being treated and everything is crazy. Like, the mayor pulled a whole bunch of funding from Prevention Point. She took it to build some kind of building for the cops so that they can do their trainings and stuff there. The funding that she pulled was for them to put, like, I guess you call them huts or something, I don't know, sheds. They were putting heat and air conditioning in them and like a place for a bed and all this stuff. They got all this funding for this for a whole bunch of people up on the tracks. She pulled that, and I guess that the construction company was really upset because it was a big, project, and she pulled the funding for that.
Yeah.
She pulled the funding for the needle exchange. She pulled a whole bunch of funding for that, so that got cut back. You can't even get what you got before, you know. And they're talking about pulling it completely, which is crazy because HIV and everything's already going up in the city because of people, using
Right.
dirty works and stuff because they can't get works because she messed it all up, So, and then you have hepatitis and all the other diseases you can get. So I don't know. People are just pissed. She's from here, so you would think that she'd be more concerned about harm reduction, and she's not concerned about it whatsoever. So that's something that you have to deal with on a daily basis too, worrying about, that sort of thing. I don't know. It's changed a lot.
Do you want to get clean?
Yeah, that's why I
Working
said
on it?
I want to get put on methadone again. I'm tired. This is a lot of work. I'm getting old. Everyone says you're not. I'm getting old. It's taking a toll on me.
What you want to do once you get clean? The first thing you're going to
Go
do.
back to work. I miss working.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I'm bored. This is boring out here. I mean, it's not like it's exciting to not off all day or something. It's not. If you're not off, you get robbed. You get, it's just. I'd rather get sober and have my family back around me. I don't want to be around my family when I'm like this.
Are they in your corner? They're supporting you?
Yeah, my mom and my stepdad and my one daughter is. My other two are pretty pissed at me.
Mm-hmm.
But, they know that I'll get back there. I did it before, so I'll do it again,
Do you get any reviews on your last interview from anybody you know or family members reach out to you about it?
Actually, I'm not sure. I don't like watching my interviews.
You checked it out?
I watched it for a little bit, but that was it. My mom actually told me she's seen it. She's seen them.
What's the craziest thing you've witnessed or seen out here?
I couldn't hear you.
What's the craziest thing you've witnessed or seen out here?
I watched someone get hit by a car the other day, and he flew across the street on Kensington. It was right up there at the Somerset L stop. Some Chinese guy just whipped out into the road and just rammed him.
Was he okay? Did he survive?
Yeah, he's all right. They messed up his leg. And the cops didn't do anything to the dude. They just let him leave. That's what I mean. Someone gets hurt and they just let him leave. Don't give him a ticket. Don't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's messed up, I think.
It is. It's like our lives don't even matter out here.
Right. It is. But I've also seen some pretty crazy dressed people. Men especially.
Out here?
In thongs.
Oh, man.
And I don't even know what kind of shirt they had on, but yeah. Walking in high heels, which I never see that where I'm from,
The heck was going on there?
But Philly's, you don't see the stuff anywhere else in Philly.
Right.
I always say, never have I ever seen that before. There's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on down here.
Where do you see yourself in the next 6 months?
Well, I'm off the street, so that was one of my first things that I was excited about.
That's great.
And just being put back on methadone and not being out here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because where I live now, it's really nice. It's a nice neighborhood. It has Temple and a lot of the doctors and all of them are around there, and
How much are you using daily?
I think it's 8 bags. And I was using a lot more than that before.
Yeah, I think before you said 12 or a bundle or something like that.
So.
And it's of heroin?
Yep.
Okay.
And I do powder too with it. And the reason I do that is because the strength in the heroin now is so strong, it knocks you out. You can't even function. So I do some powder with it to try and keep myself awake. But I never did that before. So it's different. But and the trank that they put in it, it makes your head pound. It feels like it's really weird. It's the strangest thing. You do it and then it's like pounding for like 10 seconds. Because why is it doing that? You know what I mean? Nothing like that ever happened before.
Yeah, they just experiment with them
Yeah,
drugs pretty much.
they're just making concoctions is what they're doing. And it's scary because people are dying left and right too. There's the new trank out. It's like molestazine I don't even know how you say it. But Prevention Point has a paper on that too. Narcan does not touch it. You can Narcan somebody and keep Narcan in them, and it won't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to like try and keep them awake the old way, like
Shake
with
them,
cold water and stir and rub and it's just CPR or anything. It's crazy, but people are dying from it because this trank is not good. I think it's like rhino trank or something.
Yeah, I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, and that's crazy. First you had horse tranquilizer, turtle tranquilizer. Now you have a rhinoceros tranquilizer.
How are you using your drugs?
I do an IV.
IV.
Still.
Did you get any wounds from that at all?
I do not have any wounds now, but about a year ago, I had 16 internal abscesses and 3 external that you could see, and I was in the hospital for like 30 days because I do not let myself get like bad with that stuff.
Right.
I go right to the hospital. It just blows my mind how people are out here with their hand 4 times the size it's supposed to be and shooting up in their wounds, you know what I mean, and not going to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So
the rain is crazy.
It's pouring.
What's it like during these bad weather conditions?
Oh, it's terrible. I think it was not last night, but the night before that, I was in shorts and a white beater or something. No, I think I was in a sports bra, and it started pouring, and the temperature dropped, and I was freezing, and all my stuff was soaked. I had to go buy a t-shirt. It was bad. And it was so windy that you were standing under a roof, and it was just whipping back and forth, back and forth. It was crazy cold.
Oh my.
Yeah, like she's stoked now. Crazy. And nobody has, a lot of people lose their clothes, They get wet and they just throw them out. And you have to wait to go somewhere to get new ones. So clothes for free a lot of places, so that's a good thing.
You see change for this place?
What was that?
Do you see change for this place at all?
I think it needs change when it comes to using in public and stuff like that, because I don't think children deserve to have to see that stuff, and a lot of parents are really pissed about that. But the problem is the mayor, this Kensington was like contained in like a couple blocks, you know what I mean? And now it's spreading out past Tioga and out past Lehigh. They're just moving their blocks out and up,
Right.
So now it's going into family neighborhoods. So now these little kids and families are all seeing these people getting high on the street, which isn't a good thing. I mean, if we see kids, we yell kids, and like hope people don't respect that, and they won't like shoot up in front of them and stuff like that. But now it's like nothing's contained.
Right.
And the addicts are running rampant all over the place. And I'm hoping that they do get something done, but it's not being done in the right way. Like, people could have been like put up on the railroad tracks in that housing, and people could, be put in shelters. But that's the other thing. The shelters are full. The jails are full. But like I think if they would do it in a different way, like get more housing out there, like open another shelter, you know. The mayor's trying to close down Beacon House because people get high in it. Well, originally that was made for addicts, so you're going to have people getting high in it regardless. But now they have restrictions, like if you get caught getting high, you get put out for so many hours.
You mean to tell me the mayor's trying to
Shut down shelters.
where she expects y'all to go?
I have no idea.
Crazy.
Yeah, take the needles away, shut down shelters. She's She wants to be president of the United States. That's her goal. So she's trying to make a name for herself. But she's pissing a lot of people off that aren't even addicts, you know?
Right.
And Kensington she wants that to be how it used to be, where it's worth a lot of money. Because if you're by the L, if you have a building by the L, it's worth a lot of money because of the transportation. So she wants them out of the park. She wants them, you know. She's just taking away everything.
Right.
Anything and everything you can think of.
If you could make 3 wishes right now, what would they be?
To go back 10 years ago and not be here. Have my girls with me and to be financially stable.
Are you religious at all?
Yeah. My mom, I was born Hindu. My dad worships Hinduism. So, but I haven't been doing it or following it because, of course, I'm doing this. And I also have Christianity in my life because my mom is a Christian. So, yeah, I believe in God, and I believe that everybody has the right to choose how they want to, you know, worship and all that stuff.
Right.
But I'm kind of torn between the two.
I'd like to thank you for your time, Teala. You've been a wonderful interviewee for me. My name is USA Fox. I make these videos for educational purposes only. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Hi guys, USA Fox here. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in.